Beloved station, Radio Cayman.
The voice,
the heart, the soul of the Cayman Islands.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. Welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz on this beautiful Tuesday morning. First up, we will hear from Digicel Business, then Pick a Service will be our feature on the second segment after the 8 o'clock news, weather and traffic. Our guest in the studio this morning is Mark Mimna. Mark is head of business at Digicel. And today we are going all out on cyber security. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Anita. Good to be back on the radio. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure to have you in the studio.
I know cybersecurity is one of your favourite topics.
Definitely is. Definitely is. You know that. No, Mark, how you been?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, really good. A lot going on in Digicel at the moment, but we're still, fighting the good fight on the cyber story, making sure our customers are aware of what we offer there and how we can help them. It's good to see some of the regulations kind of lapsing in Cayman as well. So, I've been back from travelling, so I'm in good spirits and a good mood.
You're back from travelling. How was the trip?
Really good, thanks. Yeah, it was great to see all my family and everything like that, so I was delighted, yeah.
So you've been liberated, basically. Haven't gone there yet. I'm still taking my time.
Yeah, well, everyone's different, right? So everyone can plan their own trips whenever they decide they want to do.
No wonder you look so relaxed and just
thank you.
You're just, happy,
calmer, I suppose, for now anyway.
For now. So, cybersecurity, Mark. Let's talk about cybersecurity. What exactly is cybersecurity?
Well, it's a big topic, and it's a big discussion point, not just in Cayman but globally across the world. And essentially, really, it's the protection of customers' data and their digital assets from criminals and hackers and stuff like that, and essentially bad compliance policies that kind of create data leak. Because what we see generally and what customers and businesses have is more customer data, right? They're more online, there's more data, there's more transactions going on. They might be hosting some stuff in the cloud or servers, and that data in the knowledge economy is absolutely crucial for those businesses, right? So they need to do everything they can to try and protect that data, not only from not only for their own business compliance, but also from hackers to make sure that their customer data is secure, because they have an obligation to protect and secure customers' data and also protect their own employees as well.
I always worry about things like online payment.
Yeah,
I'm always freaked out about online payment. I'm one of those old school people who like to go over the counter and pay cash, especially cash.
And there's a place for that too in society and the community, and some people are reluctant to go online. I'm the opposite. I prefer online. I have a kind of a view that if we're going to be dealing with banks who are kind of like managing your money, the least they can do is manage a payment. And I suppose the Visa card and MasterCard, they've been doing payments and transactions for maybe 60 years now, probably a bit longer. So, I trust them to do that, and I trust them that they will have the right cybersecurity policies, the right encryption, because they are global companies and they have the ability to invest in that. And if they don't, and something happens and there's a breach, there are penalties for them. So it's in their interest to make sure that they keep customers' data secure. And also, online banks now, not even online banks, retail banks also have profiles on transactions and stuff. So if you're traveling, for example, like I was recently, and the bank picked up some transactions in a foreign country, they kind of blocked my cards and gave me a call and said, "Hey, are you using these?" And I said, "Yeah, I am."
Mark, did you buy a
So I was
diamond
reassured,
ring?
right? I'm reassured that somebody's looking out for me.
Yeah. make sure you say, Mark, did you buy a diamond ring while you're in Switzerland or somewhere? You know.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, why should businesses invest and seek out cybersecurity solutions?
Yeah, I suppose, it's, we talk about like protecting data and everything like that, but really, like, it's the global trend, right, around cybersecurity is that, like, the attack surface that hackers and cyber criminals are looking for has like grown exponentially, right? And that's because of a lot of kind of businesses are now have their employees kind of working from home. So they're working from home on laptops, on mobiles, tablets, accessing cloud information. So instead of them being kind of consolidated in an office or a building where you can protect, you now have to, be prepared to protect the whole landscape, including your office, your home workers, that kind of thing. So that's put like an extra burden on companies to protect those workers and that data, because they need to remain productive, they need to remain productive, but because it's grown exponentially, the hackers are also growing to follow the opportunities, right? Mm-hmm. And those cyber criminals now are like using stuff like AI intelligence to figure out where the gaps might be, and they're like proper organizations, they're like criminal organizations, and it's big business for them. So as that threat landscape increases, you need to increase your awareness, protection, and your risk profile increases. So you need to do something to reduce that.
I've never thought about that. Like, employees working remotely and on their tablets and all. I never thought about that, because I'm just thinking, well, we're good to go.
Yeah,
but you're right.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Smaller businesses and medium-sized businesses have an obligation to do that as well, right? Mm-hmm. So nobody really is immune from any sort of attack or threat. You have to try and do your best to protect your employees and your customer data. So like I'll give you some just some stats, right, just to kind of throw some numbers out there, right? Okay. They reckon, right, by 2025, right, be a 15% increase in the costs of cyber crime, and that will rise to $10.5 trillion, right? The cost of cyber crime. Unbelievable. Currently, right, there's a 21% forecast in compound annual growth on insurance premiums for cyber insurance. So if you're a company and you don't have some sort of cyber security solution or some sort of risk profile management or distributed decision making or something like that, like your costs of protection are going to increase from insurance premiums, and that can be kind of detrimental to your overall profitability. So you need to look at how you're going to kind of manage that. And we know that like small and medium enterprises, they're going to spend they're going to increase spending. About 85% of them are going to increase spending on IT and manage security services. So the trend is there. The leadership is there from these companies to be aware that they need to do something. And the data from the consultants and the people who kind of do the analysis is backing that trend, not just in Cayman but globally. And Cayman is a globalized open economy, right? So it makes sense that the trends would come true in Cayman. And
this is where Digicel comes in. What sort of cybersecurity does Digicel offer, Mark?
Yeah, so like we're interested in mainly protecting customers' data and making sure that they have a holistic view of their assets, what's going on in their network, so they can make proper business decisions on what they need to do in terms of cybercrime. But we understand, right, it can be quite expensive, right? So everything has to be in proportion. So you can throw loads of money at it, but if it's in the wrong area, it could be a waste of money. So what we try and do is we look at your kind of estate, where are the gaps? What can we do? What investments can you protect? So if you've already invested in, say, some sort of firewall security system, we'll that's great. We can take that and we can manage that for you and give you the information from that and produce it in a kind of what we call a risk profile managed dashboard. So it takes a lot of information from a lot of different sources and gives it to your leadership in your business as a kind of report that they can use to make decisions on.
So, what's the name of your cybersecurity service?
Yeah, so the overall kind of product portfolio is called Digicel Business Protect, but within that we have, 24/7 SOC, SIEM service, managed firewall, endpoint management. So there's lots of different bits within that, and then you can also just buy. You can have a look at everything, and we can still manage it for you. Like, so it's more of a consultancy led value proposition from us, because we know that every customer is kind of different, right? They'll have a different profile. Some things might be important to them that aren't important to other customers, and it's just making sure that they have the information that's presented to them in a way that they can understand, because it can be quite difficult, and there's a lot of it can be quite difficult to understand for people who aren't necessarily qualified, who are interested in running their business, but now they have these like obligations around data protection, data privacy. Some of them might have some regulatory compliance. We know that's kind of increasing year on year. And there might be a little bit kind of, well, how do we get around that? We need some help there, and we're there to help them kind of navigate that, because we know that the skill sets aren't there in all the companies. So we have experts. Our experts are available to help, and our experts are there to manage the customer's environment for them, so they can focus on what's critical, which is managing their customers and trying to make more money for themselves.
Make more money, I like that. Now, I was looking at your website, Mark, and I see there's Next Gen. Talk to me about Next Gen.
Next Gen? Next Gen firewalls? Yes. Or next... Okay, firewall. So like... that's again part of our cybersecurity kind of portfolio. So we have lots of different options for customers. So some customers may want just a more modern cybersecurity kind of appliances, where they kind of maintain their own policies. So a lot of those organisations may have defined policies already, and they may be down the road of cybersecurity, and what they need is just maybe a bit of a refresh. So we can help them with that consultancy, design best practices, what to avoid, help them with the vendors, that kind of thing. Do the deployment for them if they like, and if they want that managed, we can take that on board as well, and we can integrate it with other kind of systems they may have. So
I was just going to that and like, this look like something's great for small businesses. Yeah,
well, so like something that's great for small businesses is having what small businesses need to understand really, I think, is like, what do they need to protect? Like, what is it they need to? What's their risk profile? So like, they're not really immune from cyber attacks, right? But to be honest with you, they don't necessarily have tons of money to spend at it, right? So they need to make sure that they have the best solution that's sized proportionately to what they have. Now, a lot of customers that might be a next generation firewall, and that they're happy with that because it meets the compliance. For some other companies, they might decide that they want to outsource their emails and like applications to the cloud, because you can buy the security in the cloud, right? And therefore that might suit their requirements for them, and they have a backup policy and they're happy with that. Other kind of, I suppose, knowledge-based smaller enterprises that have a lot of knowledge work may have more intense data demands and may need a more sophisticated solution, and that requires a little bit more kind of in consultancy and involvement, and that could involve some managed services and an element of firewalls. But it's really like not one size fits all, right? But there's a lot of different solutions that are applicable to different companies. So in Digicel, we're happy to talk to kind of smaller enterprises, and we see a lot of our growth in that kind of smaller space, the SME, where there is a lot of I suppose the leadership in these companies are aware that they have to do something, because their suppliers and contractors and customers are also doing something, and they need to kind of go on that journey as well to make sure that everybody is, aware of the potential risks to their business from cybercrime.
Or before we go to break, because we've got to make money too,
Well, that's fair enough too.
Your service sounds really great, but how is the price?
Oh my God! So like, it's very difficult to answer that question, Anita, right? Because like, like we said, like not one size fits all.
Correct.
Right. So like we have to do some sort of analysis on the existing customer's estate. That requires some knowledge transfer, where we'll do a scan and we'll see where the risks are. We'll try and identify, areas of concern that need to be addressed, and we'll kind of present them to a customer to say, look, that's a big problem. That's not a massive problem. Something you should consider. What about this? What about that? And then the customer can decide whether or not they want, because they may already have invested in that. They just, maybe it's not managed properly, right? So we can help them along that journey. So it's very difficult to kind of say it's this price or that price.
So if I need some cybersecurity system set up for me, who should I call?
You should call Digicel Business on 623-2499, or you can visit our website, digicelbusiness.com. Click on the cyber security, and then you can sign up for a vulnerability scan, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, Digicel Business Protect, like that.
Yep.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to the first segment of the Business Buzz. I'm Anita Khan, and I have in the studio this morning Mr. Mark Mimna. Mark is head of business at Digicel. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll learn more about cybersecurity.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
The development of the Cayman Islands financial services industry is said to be nothing short of a modern economic miracle and should not be understated. Did you know that prior to 1953, the only operational bank in the Cayman Islands was a government savings bank, although it could not conduct commercial transactions or solve cash flow shortages? Despite pleas from the governor in Jamaica for the banks there to open a branch in the Cayman Islands, it was not until March 1953 when Barclays DCO opened their first office in Dr. Roy McTaggart's dental parlor on South Church Street. In 1957, Barclays moved into Dr. Roy's newly constructed Rembrandt building on Cardinal Avenue, and they did not see their first competition until 1963, when Royal Bank of Canada opened their first branch in the islands. Barclays would later open the first commercial bank branch in the sister islands on Cayman Brac in 1964. The Banking and Trust Companies and Regulation Law of 1966 would soon prove to be the key to launching the Cayman Islands into the world of offshore finance.
Threads, fibers, the finger-printed view, history captured, vibrations of color from canvas, the vivid, the lively, the subtle message in image, the potter's dream, the picture that speaks, that sings, that shouts, that laughs, that cries, layers of truth in revelation. The National Gallery, celebrating 25 years since 1996, now finally rooted in 10-year-old digs, a permanent home since 2012. The National Gallery of the Cayman Islands, our leading voice, the face of the visual arts, education, exhibition, the pearl of cultural exhortation, home of our treasure, the permanent collection, Bendel hides, the pillar, the icon, master painter, trailblazer, our Caymanian Picasso. Rotary Central invites you to view all that we are at the National Gallery. Rotary serves to change lives.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Now open on the sister island, Brac Medical Supplies. Everything from over-the-counter items to home care products such as wheelchairs, crutches, bed pads, adult briefs, and PPE items. Friendly, local, loyal, and long-standing service right in the Brac. Brac Medical Supplies. Call today at 948-2228. Better yet, come see us. We are located right next to the Alexander Hotel.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Priya, the renowned spa specialist, is back with her new private location in the Barnett Building. Experience the magic. Feel lighter, brighter, younger, and rejuvenated. A truly one-of-a-kind anti-aging facial with Priya. Priya Spa, located 2nd floor, Barnett Building, next to the Red Cross. Call or WhatsApp 327-2272. Priya has been serving the Cayman community for 21 years. Isn't it time you live the Priya's experience? So WhatsApp 327-2272. Monday special, take 15% off Priya's spa facial treatments every Monday.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for doing so. We're speaking with Mr. Mark Mimna. Mark is head of business over at Digicel, and we're looking at cybersecurity. Digicel Business Protect, that's your new...
Digicel Business Protect is our cybersecurity solutions, and it's our website, digicelbusinessprotect.com, and you can get access to some of our services, and you can sign up for a vulnerability scan there. You can have a look at what we offer, and it's our kind of managed cyber security solution that we offer in Cayman.
Okay, so Mark, if I need to have any assessment on my security posture, what should I do?
You should give us a call on 623-2499. Send us an email, cayman.business@digicelgroup.com, or go to Digicel Business Protect. And you can sign up for the vulnerability scan, or you can set up a meeting with one of our consultants, and we'll have a chat to you about how we can improve or look at what you want to do. Again, like we talked about in the first part of the show, it's not one size fits all. So every company is different. So all the solutions are kind of tailored specifically to the organisations, regardless of their size, whether a small business, medium or larger organisation. So everybody gets the same kind of analysis done to make sure that the solution that we're going to design or put forward for them meets their actual needs.
Okay. And now CIMA has compliance requirements.
Yep.
Right. What do customers need to know, Mark? Because I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm starting a business and I don't know anything.
Yeah, so we know that, again, like we talked about some of the trends, right, that are happening globally, and Cayman's kind of no different. That we know that, like, businesses around the world and in Cayman, the regulatory landscape is increasing, right? The request for data protection, data privacy, proving that you're trying your best to make things right to protect your customers' data is growing. Cayman is no exception. It's a global requirement, but the requirements are for all companies in that sector, right? They have to do something in proportion to their size. So people will kind of say, the CIMA regulatory, but they're actually a good guidance for what to do and how to kind of manage what that kind of organization is looking for, and how to protect your customers' data, and how to be compliant with their kind of standards, right? And like we said earlier, like it's in proportion to the size of your organization, right? So you have to understand what they're looking for, but you have to put policies in place that protect data. Like that's a requirement now. Digicel can help with that because we offer a kind of consultancy service that will allow you to kind of match their requirements, but also kind of automate some reporting and stuff for you, so you don't have to do it all the time, and that it's it becomes part of your, I suppose, monthly, quarterly board report, or you can report on cyber threats, because and what you're doing to protect your company and where the risks are in your business, right? Because what we've seen, again, is the leaderships in all companies now are taking a serious interest in cybersecurity. There's more CISOs and there's more business units that have responsibility for cyber application of security policies within companies, from user training to, like, you know, not being able to kind of buy kind of cloud apps and stuff like that, you know, to run on your work machine. So like it's becoming more and more ubiquitous in the company. The security policy can be quite it can be a lot to take on, but you know, there are lots of suppliers here, and Digicel is one of them that can help you kind of navigate that. So you shouldn't run away from it. You shouldn't kind of fear it at all. What you should be worried about more is the risk to your business from cyber crimes. But there are lots of really good solutions, managed solutions that can help you navigate the risks and threats that are currently out there to your business.
Oh boy. Okay, so now I know that, Mark. Mark, you know I like talking about hackers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was asking you, there's this hacking school for hackers.
Yeah.
And you know, you were saying that we have to keep one step ahead of the hackers.
We have to try, yeah.
You have to try.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, take for instance, if I have a business and I see a business with about 12 employees.
Okay.
And I know nothing about hacking. I know nothing. I'm just green in all this area.
Okay.
How can you help me?
So I think...
How can you educate me?
Yeah. So I think, again, it's understanding what your business do, what's your requirement, what's your outcome, what do you want to happen. And I think for companies that are kind of new to the area, they need to understand, you know, the what they can do to protect their employees, what they can do to protect their assets, and what policies and training can be put in place to educate the employee. So one of the, I suppose, major culprits of cyber crime and data leak and breaches is actually users, right? Mm-hmm. People in companies or third-party contractors or whatever, you know, like it's a known issue where, you know, users might access some or open a dodgy email or whatever, and something happens and the whole kind of system gets locked up. So part of the cyber security risk management is educating users on how to look out for threats. So if you're in a company and none of your staff know anything about cyber security, you need to train them. So they need to know how to look out for what is a phishing email, what is so they know.
You do that at Digicel?
Yeah, we have a solution that can. Okay. It's an online kind of learning portal that customers can access, and they just pay a subscription, and they can get everybody trained up. So at least they have an idea. At least you're starting your policy kind of with the users who are accessing data, so they have some kind of responsibility. They have some kind of understanding of how to protect themselves and the company data, and then from there you can build your kind of. What is your kind of cybersecurity policy internally? What's your laptop policy? What's your phone policy? How do you access applications? And we can help with that consultancy all the way up. And it doesn't have to be too onerous, right? Mm-hmm. It's actually quite, you know, these systems exist already. They're all kind of managed through the software and stuff. So they're fairly straightforward to deploy. And then the key is getting the reporting to the management, so you can see what's happening, right? So you're a company that has 12 employees. You put in the system and you agree to the policy. You find out that 4 of the laptops are out of date, and 3 of the laptops are running, you know, apps that aren't approved by you, or look on the risk profile, they look slightly dodgy. What do you want to do with them? Well, you need to. What's your policy? Well, the policy is to upgrade those laptops and restrict those users from accessing our network until the apps are removed.
Do I need internet service for all of that?
You need an internet service for all of that.
And you know where to find it?
You can get it from Digicel Business.
Mark, anything you want to leave with our listeners this morning?
No, just want to say thanks for having us on the show, and a big thank you to all our customers who continue to partner with us and talk to us. Mark,
it's always a pleasure. I learn so much from you every time. You know that.
Good.
You even want me to go back in school right now. And that was Mr. Mark Mimna. Mark is head of business at Digicel. We're going to take a break for the news, traffic, and of course weather, and we'll be back with Pick a Service on our second segment.
Thank you, Anita, and thank you, Mark. Studio time now by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
Make way for Dairy Month.
This year, Foster's is taking a legendary spin on dairy.
Each week, Foster's Camana Bay will be offering special weekly samplings of yogurt, cheese, and dairy alternative products.
We're also offering 5 lucky customers a chance to win a $200 Foster's card when you purchase any 5 dairy products at any Foster's location from now until 30th June 2022.
For more information, head to fosters.ky.
Get moving with us and celebrate dairy all month long. Foster's, better because we care.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com. Did you know that ValueMed Pharmacy has a free online prescription service? Managing your health and medical requirements has never been easier with ValueMed. Simply visit value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com and click the Refill Prescriptions tab on our website. Fill in the information for new prescriptions or refills and choose your preferred pickup location. ValueMed on Walkers Road or Town. Then bring in your original prescription from your doctor when picking up. There's no need to stand in line and wait for your prescription. Save time and pick up prescriptions at your convenience by visiting value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, I'm Shanda Gallego with your latest news. A collision involving a police service vehicle and 2 others is under investigation this morning. Saturday's crash sent 4 people to the hospital. 1 remains in hospital in serious but stable condition. Police say the collision is still under investigation, and anyone who may have witnessed it or have any other information is asked to contact the Georgetown Police Station at 949-4222 or the Traffic and Roads Policing Unit at 649-6254. Anonymous tips can be provided directly to the RCIPS confidential tip line at 949-7777 or at rcips.ky. Deputy Governor the Honourable Franz Manderson welcomes the Office of the Auditor General's June 2022 report, the government's shift to online services regarding its e-government unit. He says a move to online services is an accomplishment for the Cayman Islands government.
People can now access over 70 different government services online, including many of the top 20 services provided by governments worldwide. Having so many of our services online to make people's lives better has been an important accomplishment.
The report highlights e-government's project management has been effective. The strategy it has pursued largely has aligned with what the United Nations considers to be strategic best practices. Overall, customer satisfaction with e-government's projects has been positive. E-government's projects have enhanced staff efficiency in their respective departments, and since 2014, the Cayman Islands government approach to IT projects has significantly improved with a robust cybersecurity framework complemented by internal architecture. The aim of the e-government program is to, quote, reduce cost and time, increase security, and improve the quality of services to customers, the people, and the business of the Cayman Islands. Deputy Governor says he appreciates the audit report and adds government is committed to implementing the agreed recommendations. In other local news, volunteers at the Department of Environment, DOE, are digging deep for the invasive green iguanas. More now from Radio Cayman's Dion Anglin.
Over the past week, members of the DOE's Darwin Plus project and local volunteers have been searching known hotspots in Cayman, looking for evidence of nesting by invasive green iguanas. According to a DOE Facebook post, unfortunately, there's been abundance of activity found in the Long Beach and Spot Bay area, where they are already known to be established. With the help of local volunteers, over 140 eggs were found and removed, and 2 young breeding females were successfully captured in the nest. This forms part of ongoing efforts by the DOE, the RSPB, and local volunteers to control the spread of invasive green iguanas in the sister islands. Residents of both sister islands are urged to keep an eye out for green iguana hatchlings and adults, and please report them to the DOE at 926-2584 Cayman Brac and 925-0185 Little Cayman. A reminder from the DOE that under no circumstances should suspected nest be distributed, as the protected sister islands rock iguana displays very similar nesting behavior and their territories may overlap with that of the invasive green iguana. Reporting for Radio Cayman News, I'm Dion Anglin.
And that is your latest local news. We now turn to the BBC with a check of international news. That's it for me. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, I'm Shanda Gallego.
BBC News with Danielle Yawowiecka. At the end of their meeting in Germany, the leaders of the G7 industrialised countries have pledged to prevent Russia from profiting from its invasion of Ukraine. The German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said President Putin must not win and that the G7 would tackle soaring energy prices triggered by the war. The mayor of San Antonio in the U.S. state of Texas, where one of the deadliest cases of human smuggling across America's border with Mexico took place, has described it as an horrific human tragedy. Ron Nirenberg called for compassion and justice for the victims. Police have made 3 arrests. A court in Germany has given a former Nazi concentration camp guard a 5-year jail sentence for his role in crimes committed at a concentration camp during the Second World War. Josef Schütz, who is 101, denied involvement in the killing of 3,500 prisoners at Sachsenhausen. BBC News.
Did you know that ValueMed Pharmacy has a free online prescription service? Managing your health and medical requirements has never been easier with ValueMed. Simply visit value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com and click the Refill Prescriptions tab on our website. Fill in the information for new prescriptions or refills and choose your preferred pickup location. ValueMed on Walkers Road or Boddentown. Then bring in your original prescription from your doctor when picking up. There's no need to stand in line and wait for your prescription. Save time and pick up prescriptions at your convenience by visiting value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com. The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Good morning, everyone. Hello? Hello? Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Okay, I see we have just about everyone, and of course Tom drops off, as per usual. Let's just wait a minute here. He always comes right back, and we're almost ready, and... oh, whoever's dog that is, please go on mute. Why won't it let me share my screen? Okay, looks like we're ready to start.
We're like a video conference with no technical issues. CG Britcay. Good like that.
That's a good morning. Let's take a look at the very latest weather report. Current temperature is 82 degrees. Relative humidity is 83%. The barometric pressure is 29.99 inches and rising. The winds are calm. Overnight low temperature was 78 degrees. Synopsis indicate light easterly winds and seas expected to continue across the Cayman area due to a weak pressure gradient over the Caribbean. Satellite images show a few low-level clouds in and around the Cayman Islands drifting towards the southwest. The National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida is issuing advisories on potential tropical cyclone 2, which at 7 this morning was located at 9.5 north and 56.5 west. It's about 330 miles east of Trinidad. Potential tropical cyclone 2 has maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour and is moving towards the west at 23 miles per hour. The Cayman Islands National Weather Service will continue to monitor the progress of this system, and if you need further details, you can visit www.nhc.noaa.gov. The forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of afternoon showers and possible thunder, and temperatures will rise to the upper 80s. With a heat index of 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers, and temperatures will fall to the mid-70s tonight. Winds will be east at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Today's high tide will occur this morning at 8:41, low tide this afternoon at 3:17, and a high tide again tonight at 10:20. The sun will set this evening at 6 minutes past 7 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:51. And the outlook is calling for an increase in cloudiness and showers as a tropical wave currently over the central Caribbean moves over the Cayman area by Thursday morning.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Head east on Cove Road. Sharp left on Church Street. Sharper left. No, your other left. Did I say left? No, you missed it. Okay, I'm lost.
With money-saving bundling options for home and motor, we're like a GPS that doesn't steer you wrong. CG Britcay. Good like that.
Let's stop and ask for directions.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
Achieving your goals is a very rewarding feeling, but at times can feel very frustrating, especially if and when we miss our target. As you approach your goals in life, set yourself up for success.
When setting your goals, keep it positive. The human brain does not work very well in the negative. If told not to think about pink elephants, most people's brains go straight to a pink elephant. When setting goals, focus on what you're going to do rather than what you are not going to do. For example, instead of saying to yourself not to go on Facebook, say to yourself that you will study more.
Change your thinking and change your life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
These days, feelings of loneliness, anxiety, stress, and depression can be overwhelming. Just know you are not alone. OnCourse Cayman offers private mental health services for children, teens, adults, and groups. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning once again. Let's take a look at how your traffic is shaping up this morning. On the Linford Pearson Highway, traffic is busy coming off of Bobby Thompson Way as well as off of Agnes Way. As we look to the Esley Tibbetts Highway, traffic steady but flowing. Moderate flow of traffic on Northstown Road, and traffic flowing at a good pace on Edward Street and Shedden Road, not looking too bad. On the West Bay Road, in front of the Ritz, traffic is moderate in both directions, and a light to moderate traffic flow on Owen Roberts Drive, as well as coming from the West Bay 4-way stop. Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue flowing moderately, and that's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. We'll give you another traffic report, and as we quickly look at Cool Road, traffic is busy heading to Georgetown.
From boat days to beach gatherings, leave the catering to Subway. Choose from small and large sandwich platters, double meat wrap platters, and top it off with optional cookie platters for dessert. Or ask about our Subway box to go with the option of 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips. For all occasions and celebrations, let Subway focus on the food so you can focus on the fun. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. It's 16 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome back to the Business Buzz. This is our second segment. Just imagine a life where you can call and rely on one place for all your personal and business tasks. All those tasks you can't do, don't want to do, or just don't have the time to do. Well, that's why there is Pick a Service, your one-stop shop. In this segment, we put the spotlight on Pick a Service, and our guest in studio is Mr. Richard Christian. Richard is the owner of Pick a Service. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning.
I call you Richie.
You pick it, we'll do it. Yep.
That's right. You pick it, we'll do it. That's your motto. No, Richard, you've been in business for a little while. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What, 2 years running?
We're going on 2 years this year, yeah.
Okay. How's it going?
It's been going good. Keeping us busy, but, busy is good, as long as it's
That's right.
once it's legal, it's good. So, we've been doing very, very well. The business has been picking up, and the clientele has been really, awesome. The response we've been getting from people on island has been really good. And, as we were talking off the air just now, we were just saying that, once you provide a great service, people will catch on, and people want that. If you're going to be spending your money, you want to get a good product.
Give the service and they will come.
They will come, yeah.
You'll do it and they'll pick it and you do it.
Yeah.
Now, Richard, give us some details on how you got started.
How we got started was, I think, if not everyone, but, most people always dream of, I want to do my own thing. I want to start my own business, but, don't really know where to start, And I think right after COVID, my wife, unfortunately, she was in the the airline industry. And, obviously because of COVID, she got laid off. So, we just started thinking outside the box and something we can do, maybe part-time for her, something like that. And it just naturally came about. Just, we were always helping family with different things, filling out applications. We were importing things in ourselves. Yeah, we were, help me with this bank account, help me with this. So we had knowledge of just the ins and out of, a lot of things within the industry of, government services or business services or whatever it was. So we just put all that together and came up with this concept. Hey, let's provide this type of concierge service to help people, because, we live in such a busy society right now. Everyone's so busy, overwhelmed and busy. You just want to know that you can go to somewhere or someone that, can just take care of all these things, no hassle, and just do it for a reasonable cost and stuff. And that's how the vision basically came up.
Okay, and since you've been in the business 2 years running, what's your vision for the future?
Well, to expand.
I know you were going to say that.
Since I've been on, the last year, one of the new service lines that we basically took on was the airport meet and greet service. We just started doing that. We had to be honest, that wasn't even something that we had saw down the road. but a client approached us, right? So that's our motto: you pick it, we'll do it. So a business approached us and say, hey, you know, this is something that, you know, we'd like you to provide, and we met it. We did a couple of test runs with this particular client, and they enjoyed the service, and so now that's something that we're going to branch out to. You know, we live obviously in the financial sector, and you know, a lot of people travel here for business and stuff, and again, it goes to product and service.
So it's meet and greet, right? I mean, we have lots of taxis at the airport.
Yeah.
How different is meet and greet?
Well, it's not just, well, for one, okay, the airport authority, they're the only ones that provide the personalized meet and greet through the fast track immigration and through customs. But when the client comes out now, we will be there to meet them, pick them up curbside in a, you know, premium SUVs, and, you know, handle their baggage and take them to their destination. So what, you know, wherever they need to go, whether it's you know, a workplace because they're traveling on business, or whether it's a customer coming on tourism, we take them to their hotel or whatever it is, you know. So yeah, that's something that we.
So later on, you're going to add drink in the car, welcome drink.
Yeah, well,
newspaper,
we already had
and
customary.
you have internet.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
But yeah, we already offered the complimentary water, you know, when they get inside the vehicle. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz. This is our second and final segment of the morning. I want to say thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center, Cayman Medical Supplies. Now, don't forget, there's Brack Medical Supplies, now open in Cayman Brack, and Prius Spa. Online services. Now, Pick a Service is definitely a one-stop shop, Richard. You've basically thought of everything. Well, you're still finding more things.
You're still finding more, yeah.
To work on, right? But what does your online service include?
Well, not really online services. Just on our website, we basically have it, you know, into like four or five categories. So, for example, you know, one of the most popular things is our import service. Well, freight forwarder service. So we have an agent in Miami. You know, a lot of people, as you know, import things for personal or business. So we have a U.S. freight forwarder. You can, you know, sign up with us. You can buy anything you want online, you know, packages, furniture, appliances. We even have clients bringing in, you know, building supplies and stuff like that. You think about it, from the smallest package to the biggest thing, we import it for you. It's really hassle-free. You just go online and
order.
Use your thumb and scroll up, looking for what you want to find online. Just order it. And we have a very user-friendly tracking portal. You know, we keep you updated every step of the way. So once, you know, it hits our Miami agent, you get a notification. We receive your package. You get a notification that, hey, it's on its way to Cayman. It's in transit. You get a notification that, hey, it's arrived in Cayman. And, of course, you know, when it's delivered, we take care of the complete import process, you know, pay customs, freight. We deal everything for you. And you just pay and we deliver it to you. It's a real hassle-free service.
So if I have my own, say I use Malvar Freight, and I could do consolidation over there, are you able to, and it gets here, and I don't want to do any customs clearance or anything like that. Do you do that as well?
Yeah. So that we do. So we have our own freight forwarder service, which we do free consolidation as well. But if you choose that you want to ship it yourself through any shipping company, and you just need someone to clear it, we provide custom broker services only. So we'll pick up the paperwork from you, do the customs part, pay for everything, and deliver it. Yep.
Free plug from Oliver.
Boom.
Now, I'm curious to learn more about what type of personal services you have and what they consist of.
So when you think of concierge service, you know, you think of, you know, you go to these hotels and they have the concierge there that basically is there at your beck and call. You know, they'll basically do anything that you want.
Opening the door to
exactly, yeah.
All my my packages, my tour packages, and whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, when it's personal, I mean, if you need an errand run or you need something dropped off, we do local deliveries for businesses and individuals. I mean, we had a client maybe a couple of weeks ago, you know, I think they were like really busy at work and stuff, and they needed something urgently dropped off at immigration. They called us, we picked it up and we dropped it off, you know, seamlessly, same day, you know, when they called us. You know, we do passport services. Right now we're only doing Cayman passport services. So whether it's a first-time grant or renewal, we do that. You need help with, bank deposits or whatever that it may be. We do that as well. We can help you with applications. We do police clearance requests, birth certificate requests. Some of these things might be easy to do, but a lot of times people just don't have the time to do it. You know what I mean? And then some people as well. It's just hard. Finding your right links and websites and ordering, or sometimes you need a card. People don't have cards. And they ask us to do it, so we're here for all things like that, as well as we do vehicle. I know we're going to talk about that, but we do vehicle registration services, from inspection to licensing. We can pick up driver's license, because as you know, you can renew it online.
Correct.
But you have to find the time to go down there and pick it up. Mm-hmm. We can do that. We do new plate collections. You go and license your vehicle. They say your new plates are ready. Mm-hmm. For those who have the older plates, we do that. The list keeps going on and on,
So you do inspection, you take it for inspection as well?
Yep.
That's good to know, because I'm scared of that pit.
Yeah.
I've never I've driven over that thing once when it was at the old, the
old police station right here. Yeah.
And I was petrified.
Yeah, we had, not a client, sorry, but we went to license a vehicle for a client, a while back. And there was this lady, she was petrified to drive over the pit, because she fell in it. I guess her last inspection, her vehicle went over, so she was just scared. So I assisted her with driving her vehicle through the inspection process. But yeah, we pick it up from your location. Mm-hmm. Whether you're home, at work, we pick it up, get it licensed, inspected, and drop it back off.
No, what I'm thinking, Richard, is that you have lots of senior citizens who can't get around, mm-hmm. because they don't drive anymore. Mm-hmm. You reach a certain age and you just don't want to drive anymore. Mm-hmm. Do you get a lot of requests from those folks who like to pick up their meds?
Yeah.
They might have two family members they're busy, they can't help them, and they need stuff picked up, they need groceries. Are you able to assist?
Yeah, that's something that we can definitely assist with. I can't say that we've gotten a lot of requests, mm-hmm. but we have gotten a few.
I'm putting it out there for you.
Yeah, we can do that as well. The funny thing you asked is we had a client from Cayman Brac. She had to do a procedure here in Grand Cayman, and she was staying at the Marriott, and she called us. We picked her up from Marriott, took her to the hospital. When her procedure was done, we picked her up and we took her back to the hospital. So to the hotel. Yeah. So yeah, we do that as well. Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm thinking ahead for myself. I'm thinking ahead for myself.
There was a client that was, I guess, reading our website and going through all our services and stuff, and we have a little quote in there. It says, "If it's legal, we can do it." So if it's legal, do it, and if it's not on the website, just call us. But it's most likely it's something we can do. But we don't want to bore people and put 100 different things on it.
So you say pick a service.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you there. Now, before we take a break, for those who may wish to, say, order essential commodities in bulk, right? Mm-hmm. You did mention, how we can consolidate and ship, or how you can pick up and ship and forward into Cayman. But give an example of the types of items that can be brought in. You did mention some. I mean, you said from the smallest item to lumber, or to building material.
Yeah.
What's in between?
In between, man. I mean,
it's just anything.
It's just anything. I mean, like I said, you order on Amazon, just about anything. I mean, it can be a phone charger or phone case or whatever. As small as that, or it can be as big as we had a client who had custom-made cabinets made from Canada, and they were exported from Canada to our U.S. freight forwarder, and they were doing a major remodeling job in one of their condos. We brought in those custom-made cabinets and had them delivered and everything, seamlessly. The client didn't have to lift a finger for anything except, click the button to order and I guess click the button to pay. But that's it. They didn't have to worry about the logistics of it getting here or the logistics of it getting to her place. We take care of every single thing for the client,
So I can just sit back, relax, and pick a service.
Pick
a service.
Yep.
Okay. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're speaking with Mr. Richard Christian. I call him, for me, it's fondly known as Richie Rich. He's the owner of Pick a Service.
Priya, the renowned spa specialist, is back with her new private location in the Barnett Building. Experience the magic. Feel lighter, brighter, younger, and rejuvenated. A truly one-of-a-kind anti-aging facial with Priya. Priya Spa, located 2nd floor, Barnett Building, next to the Red Cross. Call or WhatsApp 327-2272. Priya has been serving the Cayman community for 21 years. Isn't it time you lived the Priya's experience? So WhatsApp 327-2272. Monday special, take 15% off Priya's spa facial treatments every Monday.
Now open on the sister island, Brack Medical Supplies. Everything from over-the-counter items to home care products such as wheelchairs, crutches, bed pads, adult briefs, and PPE items. Friendly, local, loyal, and long-standing service right in the Brack. Brack Medical Supplies. Call today at 948-2228. Better yet, come see us. We are located right next to the Alexander Hotel. Your Radio Cayman 6 p.m. news, Monday through Friday, is brought to you by Logic. Your life connected.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Business Buzz. We're speaking all things one-stop shopping this morning. And we have in the studio Mr. Richard Christian, owner of Pick a Service. Pick a Service, you pick it and they'll do it. Richie, let's talk about your one-stop shop service.
Yeah, so, again, going back to the start, when we started this business, we thought about a place where you can just go for one place for everything. I mean, when you think about Walmart, I mean, you can do your grocery shopping there. You can do, children, gifts,
your grill,
anything.
Toys.
Yeah, car maintenance things you can get there. I mean, that's my area when I go,
I know most Caymanians, when they go, it's Walmart.
Yep.
24 hours, they can just stay right
and you
Walmart
can get just about
shop all night.
Yep, and you can get just about everything there. And, that's basically the concept that we came from a professional standpoint. Obviously, we don't have the goods they have, but we want to provide the various services for people in Cayman that, when you need something done, you think of one place. And, just off the air, I was telling you, we have, I give you two illustrations of how good that one-stop concept has come into play. So we had, again, the same client I was telling you about from Kim and Brack started off with just providing her with some concierge services. She needed some things picked up in Grand Cayman, personal things, and we would just deliver it to Cayman Airways, and they would just fly it over to the Kim and Brack for her. So that's how we started out with this client. And then eventually she started using our freight forwarded services. So now she imports things from the U.S. We clear it here in Grand Cayman. We ship it over to Kim and Brack. And then she came back again for police clearance service. So, it's very convenient and easy where you can, there's various things you might need done and you can go to one place. And there was another client, just recently actually called us for notary services. I provide notary services as well. And she's like, oh, you guys do freight forwarding. And she signed up with us right away and there. So, when you need something done, we want it to become a household name. Pick a Service,
Service.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she's a happy client.
Yeah, and it's not just about all the services we provide. I think the most important thing we provide is great customer service. And that's one thing that we strive on, and that's one thing we realize that we need to continue doing. If you're going to spend your money, you want to be able to spend it where, you feel valued, you feel important, and you're getting the courtesy, of great service,
I follow you on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's Richie and another happy client.
Yeah.
No, Richard, talk to us about, you mentioned notary service. How about passport? You said, you did mention, like, some people, they find filling up the application form sometimes a little difficult. Do you help them with that process as well?
Yeah, we help them.
From application, delivering to application to the passport office.
Every single thing. The only thing we can't do is take your photo. So once
maybe it's something you can do later on.
Yeah, right. Yeah. freeze, smile, say pick a service. So yeah, we help from filling out the application. We guide you on, what documents you may need, because, everyone's status is a little different in terms of eligibility for a Cayman passport, where you're born, and that kind of stuff like that. So we guide them. We get we help them with the documents that they need. And as I mentioned, I'm a notary, so if anything needs to be certified, I can certify it. So again, we complete the whole.
Is that an additional charge to certify that document?
No, we don't charge extra when we do the passport service. Yeah. So yeah, we complete everything. We submit it at the passport office for you. We also are notified when it's back. We collect it and we just deliver it straight to you. So yeah. So the only thing you have to give us is if it's a renewal, then your expired passport and your photos. And, like I said, any other documentation that you may need depending on your status.
Isn't it easy to take that photo with your smartphone? Or is that you have to must have a specific...
No, I think that's British passport you're thinking about. You're allowed to do it digitally, but the Cayman passport is still, you have to still provide photos.
Okay. That's gonna change soon, maybe.
Yeah.
No, you do vehicle registration, inspection, police clearance,
birth certificate,
renewal,
marriage certificate. If you need those things, we can get them for you. A lot of the things are digital now. They're electronic. They're online. You can order it. But again, not everyone is computer savvy, and going on and requesting these things and stuff, and so that's what we're here for, to help you.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure if it's so new anymore, the customs appointment of agent process. Do you guide customers through this task?
Yes, we do. Yeah. It's something.
What's it all about, anyway?
So basically, when you clear stuff on behalf of people, obviously they have to give their consent, right? It's just that in the past, it was a simple form that the client would fill out, and the agent can submit it for you. Okay. But right now, customs changed the process where they prefer that the client logs onto their customs portal and assign the agent now themselves. But of course, it is a bit confusing, and it takes some time. But yeah, of course, we're there to assist the client, guide them, because what a lot of people haven't realized, I guess, is if they had an agent before, they're already in the system. So they have no reason to really log into their custom portal. So it's now a matter of them logging on, which a lot of them don't know their password, because they probably wouldn't have gotten a password because they were signing up with a form and the agent was doing it. So now they have to go in, reset password. The password is time sensitive if you don't do it within, like 5 minutes or so. So then, it's a matter of, logging on, changing your password, getting a new password, going in and assigning, pick a service as your new agent. But
sounds so tedious.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, we normally have to be on the phone with the client same time.
But can it work like this? Okay, you have your business, pick a service, and you have my permission, verbally to do my transaction. Isn't that good enough?
No, not verbally. Yeah, customs requires you to actually have your access to your own Coles account. Okay,
because you're a business. You have your license and everything. You're licensed to do this service. Okay, I'm just trying to to work through this to make it easier for.
Yeah,
I guess it had to be a need for them to put this in place.
Yeah, well, I don't know really all the ins and outs on the reason they're changing the process, but I kind of understand when you think about it. When someone's importing something, obviously you don't want people importing something illegal, and the custom agent is stuck with this liability, So it's where they know who the client assigned, and the client is responsible for what they import,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So if by chance somebody imports something that's not legal or really legal, you're not liable for that.
Well, to be honest, I really don't know how it worked. Thankfully, we haven't been in that situation before. But of course, whatever it is, customs will seize it. Okay. They'll seize whatever that is. And obviously, if it's something where prosecution needs to happen, that onus is going to be on the client, not us.
Okay, now I see why it's necessary.
Yeah. But I mean, I think
you just walk me through it.
But basically. I mean, obviously we hold a responsibility too, because we see the invoice, we see what they're importing. I mean, obviously if it's something that raises a red flag, we need to bring it aware to the authorities,
Okay. You've got your work cut out for you, Richard.
Well, thankfully we haven't had any situation like that.
Yeah, I'm glad. No, a lot of people import furniture.
Mm-hmm.
You can have something as small as a shoe
lamp,
rack,
a lamp,
or a lamp.
Yeah,
and as large as a Murphy bed,
mm-hmm.
or give me something that's large.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you do all of this.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter the size. I just want to make sure our listeners know that.
Yeah,
no size is not a problem.
It's not a problem. Size is not a problem. I mean, like I said, we brought in huge cabinets that people have made. Just thinking about it, so many different things. I mean, we import stuff for a client who does upholstery and big bunches of foam and
mm-hmm.
upholstery fabric and stuff that they bring that in bulk, So yeah, I mean, it's just about anything. And I'm so glad that you mentioned about the furniture, because one area that we saw lacking was a lot of people are bringing in furniture, and as you know, especially like IKEA and stuff,
mm-hmm.
you have to assemble
stuff,
that.
Yeah.
So that's actually something that we're offering now too,
mm-hmm.
furniture assembly. We've done it for a few clients. Okay. They brought stuff in, but they need help putting it together. So that's a service we provide as well, furniture assembly.
Wow, Richie,
so we're branching out.
I'm thinking the same thing. No, that's good, because I can't stand when I buy something, it's knocked down, and I have to put it together.
Yeah.
I sit there for like 20 days.
Yeah.
It's one screw at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a woman, I expect, follow the diagram, then I have to go back and unscrew it, but that's great.
Yeah.
That's great, you can do that. So I can bring maybe a crib or something, and then you put it together.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a deadline on delivery, or,
No.
Can I give you, say, well, look, I need this in 2 days. Get it done for me.
I mean, we work the best as we can, but it depends on, how busy we are. But yeah, I mean, we really try to meet client expectation, be realistic with time frames and stuff, yeah.
Oh, that's great. I like that.
Yeah.
That's an additional service to the importation.
I mean, so we had a client, we did a furniture assembly for her, and not knocking anyone else, but it was another freight forwarder she used, but they didn't provide that service. So she had the furniture, but it's like, I need help putting it together. So, obviously, she heard about us, and we were there to help her.
So do you charge additionally to assemble it?
Yeah, that would be additional charge, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because normally when you do it at the store, they charge you. So, of course, I don't expect you to sit there and
that takes a lot of work.
That's right.
Sometimes those manuals aren't that clear either.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you start with A and then you end up at C, but then you have to go back because you miss B.
Yeah.
So, what I mean?
Yeah.
No, Richie, can you tell us more about business services and government-related services which fall under your list of services that are available at Pick a Service?
Yeah, so the business services is really, we're not here just to service, clients for personal needs.
Mm-hmm.
We're also here to complement on, businesses. We, right now we have, a contract with a client where they sell beauty supplies. They have their own beauty supply store, but they also service to the supermarkets and healthcare. Mm-hmm. So we actually are contracted by this company to stock her items in the supermarkets and healthcare pharmacies. So that's how we complement that small business, by taking her product and stocking them in the supermarket. We also had florists contact us recently and say, hey, sometimes our driver gets busy. They're busy doing other deliveries or, maybe other company stuff. Would you be able to jump in at times when we need assistance with, deliveries for flowers or gift baskets or whatever? So we said, yeah, and, we gave her our costs and they agreed to it. So that's how our business services work. We're here to complement other businesses because, small businesses right now, they don't have the revenue to pay for extra staff or anything like that, insurance, pension and stuff.
Yep.
So they just need someone to fill in the gaps there to help with some of these one-off tasks that they might not have time or capacity to do. So that's something that we can definitely do to help other small businesses to just step in and
That's great to network like that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of small businesses, you know, they have that they're kind of jealous of each other, you know. But I like what you're doing, Richard.
Yeah, no, listen, if we work together, we can all, you know, get this
Live
thing
happily
going.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody make a buck.
Yeah, I mean, we just yesterday we got a call that, you know, this person is thinking about starting a small business on themselves, where they're going to be selling some stuff online and starting off. You know, the caller said, you know, hey, I'm not going to have, you know, ability to buy a vehicle right now, starting off, and it's going to be just me doing this. Would you partner with me in terms of doing the deliveries for her products? So, you know, that's something that we do as well, you know.
Any idea what sort of product she'll be?
No,
selling?
she didn't say. She didn't say.
Because I'm thinking,
yeah.
I'm looking at assembling here for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, one of our good clients, I'll throw the name out as well, is Cayman Sense. You know, we do their deliveries for them anytime.
Cayman Sense.
Cayman Sense, yes.
It's
the
like
one
S-C-N-T-S. Like sense when you smell?
Yeah.
Sense. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
sense. Okay,
yeah.
not C-N-T-S.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Special plug there.
Okay, yeah. Can have a business bus too.
Yeah. So that's how the business services work. You know, we're here to complement other businesses and help them with, you know, again, tasks that they don't have time to do, or, you know, they can't do and stuff like that. The government-related services really is just, you know, just services that require government, you know, working with the government. Again, that can be, you know, helping people with their trade and business license, the grant, the renewals. It can be, you know, well, you know, the passport services we talked about earlier, but anything where I guess it involves government, you know, sector departments and stuff like that, we can help clients, you know, with whatever that may be.
Boy, I'm picking a service this morning. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Mr. Richard Christian of Pick a Service. And while you're listening to us, or even watching us on YouTube, think about a service that you want to pick at Pick a Service.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Approximately 600 children aged 3 and over are enrolled in local early childhood centers this academic year. 218 families sought educational funding through the Early Childhood Assistance Program. 77% qualified for funding. See if your child qualifies and secure financing before September by downloading an application form from the Ministry of Education website at www.gov.ky/education and emailing the completed form to ecap@gov.ky by June 30. For more important ECAP application dates, follow Cayman Islands Education on Facebook and Instagram.
Superior Auto is pleased to announce the grand reopening of the new Superior Auto Apprenticeship Center on Seymour Drive. New opportunities, new beginnings, a new home for Caymanian youth seeking career training and certification in high-demand trades such as automotive repair, AC, refrigeration, and so much more. Put the value in your pocket. Fun fact, the average hourly rate for a tradesman can be 4.5 times the minimum wage. The Superior Auto Apprenticeship Center is a not-for-profit program. Accepting applications from June 20th to July 20th. Contact 949-9570 or 525-9571 to apply today. The Superior Auto Apprenticeship Center, successfully building the next generation of hardworking Caymanians since 2010.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Yep, that's me. Good morning. And you're listening to the Business Buzz. Pick a service. Pick a service. And guess what? They'll do it. Richard Christian is the owner, and it's a family-run business right now. And he started with just his wife. Now, Richie, you've got on staff
my daughter,
your daughter,
and my nephew, and my brother-in-law who was helping us in a part-time capacity right now.
And don't forget yourself.
And myself, yeah. Putting in all the overtime.
Putting in overtime. But you know what? It's good. It's good to see how you've grown.
Yeah.
And we're proud of you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep it going.
And thanks to the community, I mean, from time we started, I was sharing with you off the air, man, the response has been great. I think people knowing my wife and myself in the community, knowing, our character and integrity and stuff, they knew what we stand for. I think people bought in very quickly because they knew that, not only were they supporting a local business, Caymanian owned, but they also know that they were going to get a great service, customer experience.
Mm-hmm. And look at you now. Now, I'm picking on you on some of the services that you don't have yet, or you're looking at. I'm not going to charge you commission for that, but school pickup.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So that is something we do, but right now we have a waiting list because we don't have capacity to pick up obviously a volume of after school children. So right now it is a service we do. We do have some clients, but right now it's on hold. Right now we do have a waiting list, but it's something that we want to expand. Possibly, hopefully September when school starts back. It's something we want to expand to, but we do it. So we pick up your child from the school. I can assure you that all our vehicles are insured, AC, drivers have clean police records, and yeah, I mean we also do after school pickup. We have a client right now. Sometimes it's pick up and take home, or it's pick up and take to our after school program.
Pick up and take home.
Yeah.
I'll pick up and take down. That's great. No, let's go back to ordering stuff, items. How far in advance do I have to submit an order?
So we ship mainly by ocean. That's our main thing, by ocean shipment. Yeah. Okay. And we have a shipment every week. Every week we have a shipment coming in. And from the time it's delivered at our U.S. freight forwarder, it's about a 2-week period. You'll get it and get it in hand. The whole clear. So it's not like, okay, it takes 2 weeks to get here, and then another week before it clears customs you get it. No, it's about a 10 to 14 day turnaround that you'll get your items. We also provide, obviously, if a client needs something expedited, we can get it to one of the air carriers to get it imported quickly for them. Okay. But that's a different service that the client will have to
request. Air service, and of course that will cost more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean we mainly do ocean one because ocean is normally cheaper, but also ocean you can basically bring anything exactly stuff, bulky stuff, but liquids and aerosols and stuff like that. Whereas air, there's limitations on certain things you can bring in, and obviously bulky
hazardous,
stuff, exactly
products and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, you did mention earlier that customers would be able to track their orders, correct?
Yeah, so we have our own tracking portal.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think a lot of customers we've come in contact with, they are accustomed to make the order and send the invoice by email. But actually, our process is you don't need to send us the invoice. Once you get the email notification, there's a link within the email notification to upload your invoice for that particular item, because our notifications tell you which tracking it pertains to. So you just simply need to upload the invoice to our portal. We don't need invoices emailed to us.
Okay. Now, customs clearance. I'm pretty sure all your clients are happy that you provide this service.
Yeah, I mean, we deal with all the hassle and all the correspondence and all the back and forth, and even sometimes for a particular reason, maybe the invoice wasn't that eligible or whatever it is, customs will reject a filing, but we handle that. We deal with it. The customer doesn't have to get involved and figure out, why is this rejected or whatever. We deal with all that. So I mean, it's a real seamless process. Our clients are happy. They don't have to leave work to run down to customs and wait in lines. Exactly, yeah. And then, that's just one part customs. Then you need to go over to the warehouse and pick it up, I mean, again, that can take up in some cases, I mean, like half your day.
I
just
did that for
process.
25 years.
Yeah.
Because part of my job was customs clearing stuff with goods of customs.
Yeah. I mean, it can really.
I'm pretty sure
test
it's
your
easier
patience.
now. A lot easier.
Yeah.
Process.
Customs is great, but it's still a process. It still takes time, But yeah, customs have really done a good job. I mean, they turn things around fairly quickly. As long as you have the right documentation and everything. Yeah, they do a really good job. So yeah.
Now, you know what I forgot, Richard? How can people find you?
You can find us on www.pickaservice.ky. That's our website. And then our phone number is 517-PICK. That's 7425. So 517-7425. Or you can email us at info@pickaservice.ky.
Okay. Now, Richie, I know you're pretty young. You're young still. What would you say to that young person out there? They're probably out in school, but what would you tell them about starting their own business, or even somebody, an adult? What would you tell them about starting your own business? I know you're not scared to share information. So, what do you say to them?
Yeah. So, I mean, a young person or anyone that wants to start a business, I think a lot of times we get excited with the idea. We come up with something that we want to do, and the first thing we do is, we want to probably just jump and start it. But you have to do your research. You have to think about it. You have to try to look at every scenario as possible. What if this or what if that? Just to make sure that you dot your I's and cross your T's. Because a lot of people start strong, but they finish not so strong because they didn't think the process out correctly and stuff like that. So, I mean, talk to people that they can trust to get wisdom, to get, just some guidance and stuff like that. But, I mean, definitely go for it. But just do your research first before you jump into it.
Keyword, research.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that we did, Like I said, we started this over COVID, so we were in lockdown. So we had plenty of time to talk it over, think it out, research, talk to people and stuff like that. And in order to start the process. But, I mean, don't be fearful. Go for it. It is a lot of work with your small business. But, when you think about the greats of, Amazon and Microsoft and Apple, a lot of those stories you see with those owners was they started in their garage.
Yep.
Started small, but look how big, But, to be your own small business owner, I mean, you got to be persistent. You got to be committed. And you got to be willing to go the extra mile.
Absolutely agree. Now, when you talk about doing your research, you have a lot of small businesses doing the same thing, competing in the same business, type of business. And let's say I have a pick service too. I'm not going to call it pick. I'm like an Anita service. But we're doing the same thing. But guess what? I didn't do my research, and you did. And you were staying on top of your game. And eventually I have to close mine because I can't keep up with the competition. But like I said, the key thing is research. Know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Research the market.
Yeah.
See who's your target market. Know that the market is big enough to sustain that business. And what you're doing, you're on point.
Yeah, especially in Cayman where it's so small, the population is small, I mean, you got to really do your research. But I think for the biggest thing for us when we started this business, we know that there were other people out there doing this. And what was going to separate us, and the easiest thing we came up with, I shouldn't say the easiest thing because obviously, I mean, it's not easy for everyone, but the thing we came up was a great customer experience. Again, if people are going to be spending their money, they want to know that they're going to be valued. They're going to be getting a great product, a great service. And one of the biggest things that, we always hear, people complain about is accessibility. People want to know that when I call you, I can reach you, or when I email you, you're going to respond. And that's something that we strive for, to make sure to respond to every client, make sure to, answer your calls and stuff like that. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, sometimes we do miss it, but we're human. But that is what we strive for, is that clients can know that they can reach us, they can trust us, and that they're going to be valued and treated with respect.
Richie, anything you'd like to leave with our customers at this point? Customers, listeners. Our customers,
You hear what you say, right? Our customers. So you're on staff now, eh?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Yeah, just check out our website, www.pickaservice.ky. Check us out, see what the services we provide. Email us at info@pickaservice.ky. And we're also on WhatsApp. You can send us a WhatsApp as well. It's at 517-7425. But, just to close, we try to provide that one-stop shop service and that concierge type of service. We really want to make clients and people feel like their life is busy, life is stressful, a lot is going on, and I know we're also trying to inch and pinch and save money, but sometimes you just need that peace of mind, and money can't buy that. And we're here to just provide a great service to clients and just take the hassle and the stress out of the different things that they need to do on a day-to-day basis.
Boom, and it's done.
Boom, is done, yeah. And with a smile.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Cayman Kind experience, we call it.
Yeah. Richie, thank you so much, and good luck with the business.
Yep.
Look forward to hearing more about the expansion and just keep it going.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome.
Have a good day.
Mr. Richard Christian, owner of Pick a Service. You pick it, we'll do it. And I want to say thanks to Mark Mimna of Digicel, who was in our first segment this morning. Thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center, Cayman Medical Supplies, Brock Medical Supplies, and Prius Spa. And of course, all our listeners, our YouTube viewers, and our producer of The Buzz, Ms. Susan Watson. Until Thursday, June 30th, when we bring you another Business Buzz. Please stay safe. Have a wonderful day. From me, your host, Anita Can. Goodbye.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
You are listening to Radio